Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Well, welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. Okay, hope you all are doing wonderful, feeling lovely and bubbly. Okay, all are welcome on this channel. Okay, and all contributions are highly appreciated. Okay, ooh, these cards are slippery. Slippery, slippery, slippery. Something could be very slippery around you. Maybe you're cleaning. Okay, not picking up on anything negative, but something may be very slippery or very clean, very polished. Maybe I'm picking up someone's doing some cleaning. Okay, someone's doing some polishing. You could be someone who enjoys keeping a clean home, clean housework, maintaining your environment, whether it's a home, whether it's a room, doesn't matter what your living space is like. You enjoy a clean environment, okay? You could be known for this. You could have also, I'm picking up on someone who, okay, yeah, you could be known for this. Maybe you have family and friends who even hire you, okay, to come help them organize different things. Maybe like if someone was moving, you're the go-to person collective that the family or the friend would call on because they know that you have good organization skills. You're very clean. You're very neat. You know how to make things. You know how to revive things. It's something about you have a superpower of reviving the energy, okay, making things look pristine, and people like that about you. This could be in your appearance, not only your home, how you carry your vehicle, how you carry yourself, okay, and people admire this cleanness and neatness about you, okay. Let me put this over here. Okay. So much so when people come around you or come around your home or come around you, you could cause people to feel like they have to, be their best, and it's not that you're arrogant or mean, but the way you carry yourself is a reflection, it makes people want to respect you, meaning if their hair was a mess and they knew that you were coming over collective, just because they know that you're on the way, they're likely to go fix their hair. And this doesn't have to be a love interest. This could be a family member, a niece, a nephew, a child of yours, a friend, because the way that you maintain your life, very clean, a lot of, oh, I'm hearing spick and span, and I'm seeing someone cleaning and polishing, not aggressively, not with anxiety, but you love to keep a clean, tidy living space, and people love this about you. But so much so you have a reputation of this in a positive way. And it reflects, to the people around you. It makes them want to fix their shirt up, or if their hair is all over their head, let me get a brush. Here come the collective, that kind of energy. They're not intimidated by you. You actually inspire people. You motivate and encourage people to want to get their ish together, okay? They may not share this with you, but yeah, you make people want to keep it together in a positive way. And it's very beautiful, okay? It's very beautiful, okay? You could have also have dated someone or multiple people throughout your life, or currently you're dating someone and they like the way that you keep things in order, and you have been a major positive influence on them, even though they haven't known you for long. Your presence, your energy, is very encouraging. When they come to your home and they see how you carry yourself, it makes them want to pick up a broom, okay? It makes them want to say, you know what, let me take a little more better care of my living space or my living grounds, okay? All right. And so the first card we have here is the Ten of Meals. And so good eats, okay? And so you give people the motivation and the inspiration to want to do more in order to have more in life. This is similar to the energy of having the Ten of Pentacles, okay? And so you trigger and enforce in a positive way people wanting to do more. You inspire people, collective. and it's very beautiful. Okay, the next card we have here is ice cold pop. Okay, the nine of drinks. Okay, and so this is the energy similar, to the nine of cups as well. This energy here is having security and comfort, and so if anyone was to come across your path who may not have had anyone around them, maybe in their childhood, in their upbringing, to influence them or show them how to, keep their environment clean. Because there are people, who are like that. We all are brought up in different, we all are from different spaces and places, okay? We all have different upbringings, okay? Because, people raise their children where they want to, but you influence people to want to have abundance, prosperity, as well as security. You may have been around several people who are not from a background or a childhood where they were established in how to take care of themselves, and how to put first things first. But you motivate and inspire these things in people that you date, your family, your friends, maybe even your coworkers. Now I'm seeing someone that wears scrubs, or if you don't wear scrubs, you may wear a uniform on your job, even the way you show up at work. And doesn't matter what kind of work you do. There's something about the cleanness and the neatness of how you look in your uniform. When people see you, they see that you care. You smell good. You look good. You've always got some nice aroma. Okay, I call it smell good, but you always have a nice aroma, about your aura. Your pheromone is even smells good. Your natural, and it's very attractive. You make people want to get their ish together. Okay. You make people with the Four of Tools want to take the time to gather what's necessary in order to better their situation. You could be a teacher, you could be a life coach, you could be someone that just a lot of people look up to. That you could be maybe someone who teaches in your church, okay, or in some kind of organization that you're connected to. You could be also the leader of some kind of okay, I'm hearing sorority, okay, some kind of organization, okay, maybe some kind of bikers club, maybe a car club, okay. I mentioned that earlier. You're even, when it comes to your vehicle, you make sure you keep that clean and neat as well. The reason that you do this is not because you are someone that has anxiety. You could be someone who does a lot of energy work, okay, and you have an understanding of energy. And because you have an understanding of it, you respect the energy in your life. And you don't go around maybe preaching this or saying this to people, which is wise of you because many of them wouldn't get it, half would and half wouldn't, but it's very deep. You're spiritually inclined and in tune, and you understand how energy works, and you understand how to navigate in life and being able to maintain the energy in your life, as well as your home. You want to make sure that the energy is free flowing. You want to make sure that the vibration is persistent. Life is not perfect, but there is a way to make sure that the energy in your space and place wherever you are existing is consistent. Okay, that it has some kind of consistency to recalibrate your energy as we go in and out of our doors, our homes, which are our portals as well. And we're interacting throughout the world, as our children go in and out of our homes and they go to school or they're going to work. Or you may have visitors that come to your home and they're going in and out the door. That's just one example, okay? The many places that your car and your vehicle travel to. You may be someone who does Uber, someone who does Lyft, someone who does DoorDash, and the many portals and energies that are the vehicle may have to embrace, just the impact of energy. You're someone collective. I'm speaking to someone very specially and unique and also gifted. You have a firm understanding of energy and you do a lot of energy work. And when I say energy work, we're not talking about energy to hurt anyone. We're talking about energy to keep yourself cleansed and to keep yourself balanced. And it's also helping you maintain a source of peace in your house, in your life, in your connections. It's helping you maintain this. Not to say that you're perfect, but you know how to recognize what energy is yours and what energy isn't. And it's very beautiful because I'm feeling a lot of light, lovely, pleasant energy. It feels good. It just feels good. I could just, this moment for life, Nicki Minaj. Okay. It's beautiful. Okay. All right. And so we have the 10 of pleasures here. And so you have chosen to utilize your gift for good. You could be someone who's into feng shui. If not, maybe that you could just be into energy work and energy healing. Okay. As well. Okay. Healing yourself through doing energy work, cleansing yourself through doing energetic work, whether you're into feng shui or not. But either way, you're very unique, very gifted, very spiritually inclined. Your connection is very fine tuned, very fine tuned. And the things that I'm speaking of is nothing hard, it's not deep, it's just really. Uh, it's just really the little things, Spirit is saying. The little things, like just taking your shoes off when you get to your house, after you come from walking everywhere. It's the simple things. You could also be someone who studies etymology as well. Uh, you could be someone who's mindful of things like I call them personality tees collective. Those T-shirts, anything with a slogan on it, a T-shirt, an e-pen, a pencil, a picture, anything with a phrase or slogan on it. You're mindful. Of what you put on your body and what you put on your children's body. You're mindful of what kind of pictures you hang on the wall. You understand vibration and frequency. While the next person may not be into that, and that's okay. But they live a pretty different life, and you've been able to observe this, and it inspires you. It doesn't make you want to go and preach or Bible thump at anyone, but it reminds you to continue to grow in studying energy healing. I'm picking that up. Energy periodically and getting to know yourself so that you'll know when something is trying to distort your view here on planet Earth. And it doesn't always have to be, let me slow down. It does not always have to be someone projecting onto you. And you come to an understanding of that. You're not someone to assume, oh, someone's doing some work on me, because you are taking the time to get to know yourself and you're on this journey. You have learned that if you do the work that is necessary and learn and study who you are, it's showed you to not to jump to the assumption that someone is throwing energy at you, because there are many people that will panic and be frantic and assume, oh, let me do a return to sender, return to sender, return to sender, and really no one is doing anything to you. Some things are just natural and some things are just law. But the things I'm speaking of comes with getting to know thyself, comes with studying, doing your research, and doing the work on a daily. And it is the little things that matter, the very little things that can make a difference in your life, in your day, and in your outcomes, as you move about and move forward on this path. And so, yeah, this is beautiful. This is simply beautiful. Okay. And so the next card here, we have the Four of Drinks. Okay. It says always fresh and delicious. Okay. And so I see you giving yourself nothing less than the best. Okay. You could be someone who's into a lot of organic consumption. Okay. Or if not organic, you're very mindful of what you consume. Okay. Whether you're just beginning on this journey, you could be someone who's into gardening. Okay. Even whether you're in a house or an apartment, you can garden indoors. It is possible. Okay, so you're just willing to do the work. You're willing to apply, out of the time that we're given in the day, the hours, the minutes, the seconds, the moments. You're willing to pour that into you, and people want to know what it is. You're betting on you. You're taking your focus and your energy, and you're pouring it into yourself, and that's why it's reflecting so beautifully. And you are an inspiration to many. Okay, you are an inspiration to any. The next card I have here is the Knight of Tools. Okay. And so this Knight of Tools, this is, words have power. It says professional copywriting and editing service. And it says words have power. And this is perfect because we're speaking about energy work. And I was just saying that you're mindful of what kind of captions to wear on a t-shirt. I call them personality tees. I think I'm calling it right. But those t-shirts that have different phrases and slogans on it, you're not likely to purchase anything and put it on your body. It has a vibration, and that vibration will allure and attract different energy. Just like if you had to think of a name because you want to create a YouTube page, okay, or Instagram page, you're mindful of what you would title yourself because it will navigate, and it's an attraction. It will pull certain energy to you, okay, as well as push certain energy away from you. So you're mindful of the wordplay. You get it. You know how to move about in these cosmic streets here, okay. And so it's just that you have taken time and chosen to focus on what's important. We give our attention away to so many things that do not matter. That's very minute, very infantile, and you chose to do other things with your time and energy. And once again, they keep telling me to let the collector know it's the little things. It's not as deep, it's not hard, it's not difficult. It's the little choices we make, and it's the little things. Just like the law of what we put out comes back to us. You know, um, in one way or another. Never become too haughty, and think your connections will keep you secure, or I don't have to worry about this because that I don't have to worry about this because this. No, it is what it is. There is law. There is natural law, and then there is the law. Okay, and those who get it, get it. The next card we have, it says cocktail lounge, the five of drinks. So limitation and boundaries, and you enforce them, but you don't do it with arrogance. You don't do it with anger or hostile. Okay, you set boundaries for yourself. When I say boundaries, you know what is too much for you and what is enough for you. You have fun just like anyone else. You live your life just like anyone else. You have good days and not so good days just like anyone else, but you just move about in a different way. You know how to recalibrate your energy, and you're doing the work. You're doing the work. You're applying yourself. You don't mind preparing that spiritual bath. You don't mind doing affirmations. You're not someone who's saying that affirmations don't work. Well, if you're saying it, you just projected some negative energy that will return to you. It's the little things. Even the things we think. In our mental faculties. Psychologically, when we think certain things over ourselves, they will have an effect. Energy goes where the mind flows, and you understand, you know, the persistence of that, and the repercussion of that. And here we have the eight of meals. It says farm sausage best and fresh. Okay, and so there could be. Like I said, this right here speaks of the consistency you have in your life, but there could be a consistency also of good luck and prosperity coming your way. Uh, that you will be receiving. And this could be in many ways, not just in finances. Now, this could be maybe something you are applying for, something that is attached to some kind of application where you have to fill out and wait for a response. This could be anything: a job, a house, a car, a business loan, getting into a school, or requesting I don't know, assistance, anything that you have applied for, that an application you must apply and you have to wait for approval, it will be approved. Finances, financial blessings will be increased and persistent. Okay, lots of harmony in your relationships, lots of cohesiveness. You will experience like-minded energy in your connections instead of being involved with people that have constant friction. You will experience harmony. So, that's good luck. That's prosperity. That's abundance within itself. Okay. And that is great fortune. So, and that also assists, that harmony being persistent, that pulls in more good energy that I'm pretty sure that you will be glad and thankful to experience. Okay. All right. And you're also very grateful. You're very grateful. You're not someone that just say it. You walk in gratitude, because one thing you can't do, you can't fool God, you can't fool the creator, and you can't fool the universe. And that's why I say be mindful of your thoughts, because even if you're thinking some negative ish, it's going to return. It's going to do a U-turn. Okay, because whoever you're sending it out to is going to say, we must do a U-turn. This energy is unwarranted. And it comes right back to you. So that's why I say be mindful of your thoughts. Okay. Be mindful, because just because you haven't verbalized it doesn't mean that it has not been put out into the universe. So you have to work on that, and you work on not feeling like you want to project negative energy by doing the healing, by releasing any pain, anything that may be hurting you. It takes time. It does not happen overnight. It takes time. You okay? But releasing that and coming to an understanding at the top of your healing that, yes, this is something I need to get over. But guess what? These people around me have nothing to do with what I have experienced. These people around me have nothing to do with what I have experienced. So what, my coworker looks like my ex. My coworker has nothing to do with what my ex did to me. So what, that YouTuber talks about topics that I have not healed yet. That YouTuber has nothing to do with me not healing. If I can't handle it, I just won't watch the channel. Those type of growth spurts, those type of levels of development is when you are growing, is when you are working on stepping into your power, when you are tapping into your higher self, your true north, the star player, your inner niggle, your inner wiggle. That's when you are meeting the mark of yourself. You are tapping into that energy. You're tapping into that ability to fulfill the contract that was written in the stars for you. When you can really not just say it, but feel it and know, yes, I've been through some things and the people around me have nothing to do with it. This does not mean to return to people, places, and things that may have left a negative imprint, but it means to acknowledge it and know it. Walk in the know, live in the know, and breathe in the know. That's that level of maturity. That's that real growth right there. And standing on that, you know, it's like to be homeless and not take it out on everyone. That's a tough one. To be out in the cold and knowing that when it gets dark outside, you've got nowhere to lay your head. That's a hell of a feeling. But still hold your head up and still speak if someone says hi, or if someone say, "How you doing today?" And you say, "Fine," and you. That kind of energy. That's a whole new level. That's a whole new level of self-love. And that's a whole new level of having faith, because even though you're in a bad situation at the time, or you're feeling it's uncomfortable, you're trusting that something is going to turn. You're trusting that something is going to change for you. This part is for somebody in Pacific. You're trusting that your situation is going to change. Even though you don't like it, even though it's uncomfortable, you're trusting that there's gotta be more. And so in order to, attract, and magnetize that opportunity for a place to live, or if it's not a place, it could be a bedroom, or it could even be a basement. Someone saying, "Hey, come this way. It's not a house, but I got a nice clean basement. You fix it up, you can stay with me." That's a blessing. It's holding on to faith. It's holding on to faith. And when I think about having faith, I got to share with you, collective. I was pondering on homeless people periodically worldwide. And I was pondering on the tenacity and the strength and the power that they have. They have a superpower. Oh, yeah, they have a superpower. They have faith. Because I've met some who's got a lot of strength, a lot of courage, and a lot of faith. And they will have a conversation with you and be kind to you and talk to you like ain't nothing going on and not worried about a thing. Though they receive a lot of judgment, that is faith to keep going and to not want to give up, not want to end it all. You may be without, but you still keep going and keep holding on, regardless of the people who walk past you, regardless of the people who choose to judge you. You know, no matter what you're experiencing, not having a place to bathe, not having clean water, not knowing where your next meal is going to come from. If you want to know about faith, if you want to know, you want to be encouraged how to have faith, you want to be encouraged of how to lift yourself up, marinate on that. Just ask yourself, how does a homeless person keep going day in, day out, and they don't know what the next second is going to be? But they go to sleep and wake up and keep on trucking, whether you see them with bags, a basket, some bottles, dirty clothes, nappy hair, a snotty nose, no matter what conditions you see them in, they keep going. They find the strength. They find the strength from somewhere to keep going. And collective, that's the energy that you have. That's the superpower that you have. You are an influence to people who are around you, whether they tell you this or not. People will admire you and not share it with you. People will admire you and be rude to you. And then there's people who will admire you and let you know that they will. And some won't. And it's okay. It really is, because we're all different people. And that's how we learn, from our experiences. A great teacher touches a heart and takes a hand. A great teacher is someone who experiences and been through some things. So I'm talking to someone who has been through some things. You've been there and you've done that. You've been through some things you have not shared with people. People think they know you. They really don't know you. And out of all the kind things that I'm picking up about your energy and how influential you are, you may be still receiving a lot of negative energy, but you disregard it. You don't let it affect you. You go cleanse your energy, you do what needs to be done, and you keep trucking. The next card we have here is the Five of Pleasure, sensational. It says new beach fashion, okay? You find a way to recalibrate that energy and keep going. Because no matter who we are or where you are, the clock will keep ticking, the calendar gonna keep moving, life goes on. Life goes on. The next card we have here is the High Priestess, and this is perfect. You know, the High Priestess is not very much a chatty patty. And they're not a chatty patty because they know what to share and what not to share. And that's what I mean when I say chatty patty. They will share some great things with you. They'll give you some good conversation, but you won't get it all. You won't get what's not for you. I'll put it like that. And this high priestess also represents wisdom gained. So you have applied the knowledge you have acquired, and it's turned into wisdom for you. And so that's what's bringing in this consistent flow of luck and favor. You know, that is bringing this energy in of knowing how to navigate opportunity, reading and needing. Yes, you are neat. and you're listening to a read, but reaping the benefits. Excuse me, reaping the benefits. uh, One second, ladies and gentlemen. You know, the ancestors know exactly what they are doing. Wisdom does not come with age, but there are some people, and I say that because there are some people who, still got learning to do, okay? I feel like we can learn from a child just as well as a child can learn from us. We can learn from a child. I don't feel age has nothing to do with it. I know that. You know, you can learn a lot. You can be taught a lot from a child. Okay. It's not a one-way street. You can teach them, they can teach you, you know. But the spirit ancestors are so good, source is good, the creator is good, and your ancestors know how to reach you, and they'll reach you and communicate with you in many ways. And by you working on yourself and doing this energy work, I'm picking up that you are someone who listens. You do not disregard your intuition. You do not disregard, and have second and third thoughts. No, you're going with the first one, and you've learned to trust it. You have a strong faith and trust within yourself. It's taking you some time to get here, but you've experienced so much. You've done so much shadow work, and it's consistent. The healing process is consistent, just like the ascensions are consistent. The shadow work is consistent. As you move forward, it's like a flower. As each petal you pull back, each petal you pull back, you're learning something new about you. You're learning something new. And every time you learn something new, as you go forward, your desires are going to change. And that's in many areas, and it's different for different people at different times. And it's supposed to be, because we all have our own strategic part to be or role to play while we're here. I'm going to say it like that. And so, because you are doing the work, um, that is also helping you in a big way. Signs, symbols, synchronicities. You could be someone who studies numerology as well. You could be a diviner as well in some form. There's many ways to do divination, um, whether it's reading smoke, candle wax, tea leaves, whatever it is, bones, curry shells, whatever it is for you, egg shells, coffee grinds. But you could be or maybe not. Doesn't mean you have to, okay? So put the reading where it resonates for you. hmm 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 And so, as I was saying, because you are not ignoring your spirit team, your ancestors are proud of you for this. They are applauding you, collective, and they're telling you to keep going, keep doing this energy work, keep enjoying life, keep opening these opportunities and these doors for yourself. You know, and those who are of your vibe and tribe will mesh with you. Enjoy the journey, no matter what it looks like. The good days, the happy days, the fast ones, the slow ones, the rain, the clouds. Enjoy it all. Take one day at a time and do what you can. But I don't have to tell you that. But they want you to know that they are proud of you, because you are listening. You're not ignoring. You're not ignoring. And you're also someone who's willing to adapt to change and accept change rather than complain about changes. You're someone who's likely to figure out, like actually sit down, like, how can I adjust my life to make this work for me? You're one of those kind of people, male or female. Remember, gender is fluid in tarot, okay? Both masculine and feminine energy does reside in every human being, okay? hmm Yes. Yes, it does. Doesn't need you to believe in it. It's just like gravity. It just is what it is. Hmm. So stay focused, stay inspired, and keep inspiring people. You're very influential. Maybe you may one day write a book, a self-help book to empower other people or show other people how to keep their head up. Uh, you could be a parent, a parental figure. You may not be. You could be a single parent. I'm picking that up too, male or female. Okay. You could be a single dad. Okay. People meet you, they're shocked to find out you're a single dad. It's also attractive. Okay. Now I'm hearing the lady, excuse me, the ladies love you. One second. Ooh, wait. Need some water for that. Now I'm hearing the ladies love you. Mm-mm-mm. Mhm. Okay. The ladies love you. Or you could be a female that's a single parent. Either way, just continue to be patient with you. Don't let life drive you bananas. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what works for you. And that's major, as you learn about yourself and actually just doing what works for you, because what works for one does not work for everyone. But doing what works for you, that's major. you know, um, there aren't many that will follow that. They're, really just doing what works for them and not being concerned about anything else. But yeah, man. Then we have tango, two pleasures, learning to dance. So this energy here, you know how to move about in these cosmic streets when it comes to energy, when it comes to people, when it comes to the psychology of people, different people. You're very adaptive, I'm hearing. Um, Very multifaceted and talented. You know how can I say this? You know how to run with the meekest to the toughest and the strongest. You know how to navigate. You're very self efficient. You know how to sustain yourself. You're very resourceful. You have adulting down to a T. I don't know. You know how to dance with that energy. If anyone was to try to inflict anything negative, it would just bounce off of you like a rubber band because you're not focused on negativity. You're someone who sees the glass half full. You understand the impact of having that mindset. And though it's heard repetitively, you understand the impact of being angry, just being angry, saying, oh, that ain't true. You get it. So, as I was speaking earlier, you are mindful of your words and your thoughts. You like, why everybody else playing? I'm about to live my best life. I'm about to live my best life. You may be a neighbor who's outside in your grass barefooted. And you may have other people looking at you like, look at them, always outside with no shoes on. Minding your business. That's all you be doing. You be minding your business. Okay, we have the seven of pleasures. Okay. So you celebrating many opportunities, having a plethora of opportunities and options and experience. experiences, okay, that cause you to celebrate, to pop that champagne or call your friends over, turn on some music, and get to dancing. Most likely when you talk to your spouse, maybe they leave in the morning for work. By the time they call you at lunch, baby, guess what? Guess what? What is it? I got a surprise for you. That kind of energy. But this is a spouse. If you are with someone, this is someone who's supportive of what you're doing. I'm not picking up any negative energy here. This is someone who loves what you are doing because they understand being supportive of you, and you two are a unit, that there's a benefactor there. There's a benefit there. So there's no reason for your partner, if you are in a connection, to be envious of you. So they have an understanding as well. See, you're attracting like-minded energy. This is what I'm talking about throughout the read. You are attracting like-minded energy. So whether you're single, married, dating, maybe if you are, you will be attracting someone who is like-minded because you're doing the work. You understand, when you're dating an op. And I don't think you'll invite one into your bedroom either, okay? You're likely to recognize it and remove yourself from that person's presence, okay? And so, this person is likely to have leadership qualities. Make sure this person ain't naked. Follow the card up. Leadership qualities as well, okay? Someone who's in authority, who has a lot of great things going on for them, things that they don't want to lose or risk. So they are mindful, just like you are mindful. They're mindful as well. They're not out here all willy nilly with any and everybody. Okay? They have boundaries as well. Okay? This could be a person that has a family, that is from a family or a lineage that are all entrepreneurs, people who have like a family owned and operated business. Okay? Or there could just be a lot of entrepreneurs in the family. Like this could be tradition, work for yourself, be your own boss. Okay. And so the goal is to make sure that you're giving yourself justice, make sure you're giving yourself the life that you desire. And so I see you working towards that, and you're doing that wholeheartedly, and it looks great on you, collective. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. And here you are again. Okay. Nothing less than the best. As I said, you could be someone who's into organic foods. If not, you could be a vegan as well, or maybe you're working on this. Pescatarian, you could be, or you may not. You could just be eating healthier, working on better, healthier habits. This is something you're working on. Okay. This is just one of the things, the many things that you are involved in, all right, that are bringing you more favor and opportunity, okay? So this concludes the read. I trust and hope that it assists you for your highest good. Later.